Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to discuss about religion. But first, I would like to introduce my colleagues and myself. My name is Claudio Emmanuel Marpaung, and my colleagues is Dimas, Wahyu Mubarak, Dewanti Amelia Putri, Galuh Nursyamsina, and Regina Larassati. So there are many religions in Germany. The ones that dominate are Roman Catholic. Then there are Protestant, Islamic, and Orthodox Christians. In Germany, tolerance of religion is a must because in Germany there are many religions and Indonesia has inspired German society to tolerate. In this picture illustrates how European society considers religion is important. As you can see in the picture, a lot of people don't consider religion important in their daily life. Only a few countries, 50% of the people think religion is important. In this topic, we will talk about religion in Germany, how German society tolerates religions, statistics about religions in Germany, and how life is like as a Muslim in Germany. The next point will be presented by Dewanti Putri.
Survey data. Christianity is the largest religion in Germany. Nowadays, around 55% of the population identifies as Christian. However, only 10% of the German people say they believe in God as absolutely certain, and 50% say they believe in God as less certain. Between 5 and 6% of German residents are Muslim, while most smaller religions include Buddhism, Judaism, Hinduism, and Yidism. The rest of the population is not affiliated with any caste, and many are atheists, agnostic, and otherwise irreligious. In 2018, among 16 to 29 years old Germans, 47% were Christian, 24% Protestant, 20% Catholic, 2% Orthodox, and 1% other Christian. 7% were Muslim, 1% were of other religions, and 45% were not religious. As you can see, this is different between 2016 and 2018. Demographics of religion in Germany vary greatly by region and age. Not religious people represent the majority in some of Germany's major cities, including Berlin and Hamburg. And the absolute majority of 70 until 80% in the eastern states of what between 1949 and 1990 used to be as Germany. By contrast, rural areas of the western states of what in the same period used to be West Germany are more religious, and more rural areas are highly religious. Next point will be presented by Regina.
Percentage of religions by state in Germany. In 2016, the Politbarometer Survey Institute made a survey to find out the number of each religions for each state in Germany. And here's the data. As you guys can see, this is the data of each religions for each state in Germany. So the average person who has no religion in Germany is 29%, and Protestant is 34.5%, Catholic is 32.2%, Islam is 2.5%, and the other religion is 1.8%. Personal belief or no religion. According to a survey by Pew Research Center in 2017, 60 of German adult population believe in God, while 36% do not believe in God. 9% don't believe in God, but in a higher power, and 27% do not believe in God or any higher power. So this is the data of personal beliefs in Germany 2017. There is monotheism, believe in God absolutely certain, fairly certain, not too certain, and not at all certain. And then there is Leticism, atheism, and agnosticism. And the next point will be presented by Dimas.
Next slide is about opinion of ethnic and religious minorities. There are three minority populations that pose the most significant diversity challenges across Europe. That is Black or colored people, Muslims, and the Roma. These three groups are internally very diverse, coming from different countries with different immigration or settlement histories and enjoying different status in their countries of residence. They are not groups in the sense of having some sort of self-consciousness. They are identified here as three populations that raise major cultural, ethnic, and religious diversity challenges, and that are subject to the most unequal treatment in the 15 European countries under study. One of the major findings from the 1991 Times Mirror Center study was the high level of antipathy toward ethnic and religious minorities in Eastern Europe, with communist rule over in most of the region and in its final stages in the Soviet Union, long simmering conflicts among groups within these societies were re-emerging. Today, in many of these nations, tensions have decreased, and there is somewhat less hostility toward ethnic and religious minorities. Even so, negative attitudes persist and in some cases have grown some prevalent since 1991. Let's take a look at the picture. As we can see, majorities in every country surveyed agreed that it's a good thing for any society to be made up of people from different races, religions, and cultures. The larger percentage is in United States and Western Europe. Now about attitudes in Eastern Europe and in the former Soviet republics. Czech and Slovaks have overwhelmingly positive views of each other. Currently, only 9% in the Czech Republic have an unfavorable opinion of Slovaks, down from 32% in 1991. In Bulgaria, opinions of Roma and Turks have become less negative. That is 56% for Roma and 28% for Turks. And attitude in the former of Soviet republics. In several instances, opinions of ethnic and religious minorities have become more negative since the end of communism in three former Soviet republics surveyed. Now about German, Western Europe, and U.S. attitude. German attitude. There has been a clear pattern in Germany over the past 2 decades. Attitudes toward minorities have become more positive. Attitude in Western Europe and US, in Britain, France, and the US, the minority groups test receive generally positive ratings, while in Italy and Spain, views are less positive. More than 8 in 10 in Britain express favorable on Catholics, 84% favorable, and Jews, 81% favorable in their country. Hindus, 69%, also receive generally favorable ratings, as do Muslims, although more than 1 in 4 in Britain, 27%, have a negative view of Muslims in their country. The report by the European Agency for Fundamental Rights said that around 55% of minority residents and migrants felt ethnically inspired by bias was widespread. But of the 12% who reported witnessing a racist crime in the past 12 months, 18% didn't go to the authorities about it, reflecting the belief that little could be done to tackle the problem. That is, K. Jerome said. 90% of North Africans in Italy and France reported discrimination, while around 85% of Roma living in Hungary, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Greece said they had been treated with prejudice because of their ethnicity. In Germany, just over half of all Turkish residents appear here. Minorities reported racial motivated obstacles when for work or a home to rent or buy, when trying to open a bank account or get loan, when dealing with healthcare, society experiences discrimination when entering cafes, restaurants, and shops. The next slide will be presented by Galuh.
Currently, around 45 million Muslims live in Germany, including the rising number of traumatized refugees from war-torn regions that have entered the country since 2015. This corresponds to about 57% of the total population, but announced on outright hostility toward Islam is on the rise both in Germany and in Europe as a whole, seeing the indiscriminate and repeated attack by the self-proclaimed Islam State. Terrorist organizations began. Migrants, including many Muslims, have been subjected to mistrustful side glances and live under a general code of suspicion, according to a 2015 Bertelsmann study. One into Germans view the region as a 50 training. Nearly half of all university graduates share this view, and 61% of Germans think the religion doesn't fit into the Western world. There is an anti-Muslim far-right political movement known as Patriotische Europäer gegen die Islamisierung des Abendlandes, or so-called Pegida. Pegida was founded by Lutz Bachmann in October 2014. He runs a public relations in Dresden, Germany. He made the political movement because the event that happened on 7 October 2014. A group of Muslims assumed to be Salafists had violently attacked alleged PKK supporters who were gathering after a demonstration against ISIS. The same day, Yazidis and Muslim Chechen had violently clashed in Shell. This would make some part of the German public message with the Muslims. Germany is home to around 45 million Muslims. The major associations are technology, conservative, yet the Islam community is becoming ever more diverse. Germany is a secular country. State and religion are spared, and the state does not interfere in the intrinsic matter of the religion. At the same time, it is positively disposed toward the religious communities and cooperates with them in many areas, such as welfare work, religion education, and state schools. 11 of the 16 federal states now education children about Islam as well as Christianity, and the first institutes of Islamic technology have been funded by universities. Half of all Muslims in Germany have a German passport, and according to the Religion Monitor 2017, 81% are in full-time or part-time employment, and 3/4 mix with non-Muslims in their free time.
So this is our discussion about religion. Thank you for your participation. Goodbye.